So, mate.
We'll be okay.
Okay, oh, he's still going to be able to get on top.
I mean, he gets the cogs on him. Uh-oh.
And now TH2000 coming in from the side. The multi-shot. It's going to hit onto Toby. They're both very low on Entity.
Toby's in trouble.
And he's going to be the first to go down. They're cleaning up both of them.
Oh, boy. They're going to lose out on a whole wave here, too, on the side of Entity. Maybe even more than just a wave. A very good aggressive.
Let's make the connection here. Might soon be at the point where they can set up to go for the Bane.
Winter is staying is a bit low. They don't want to overcommit onto Watson. Watson does have level 2 sidekick. Top though, Toby's caught.
Yep, Corey, he's able to close the gap. And I mean, at this point, anytime anyone gets caught in the cogs,
Katomi might too.
I think they'll get both. The Battery Assault's still there. They'll run down Kataomi. This top lane, it's getting pretty rough for Entity. 4 kills now that Tier 2000 and Corey have been able to take against them.
That is disastrous. This drow is set up for. But yeah, it's going to take... I mean, he's going to have his second item probably before he looks to get involved. So again, it's a slow-paced draft from Entity that Ooredoo is going to try to take advantage of. They have done a really good job of shutting down WEU as well, too, though.
Toby's got to be careful. I mean, he's just dead.
And Noob's here, too. Are they going to set up for more?
I mean, they need more TPs in to just make sure that Ooredoo can't continue to get away with this dive. But
Watson comes. Okay, this is a nice TP. Yeah.
See what they cannot afford to let Ooredoo get away with this. But they know the ancient. They hit the deny.
They look to make a move. The Dawn is 6 now, so if they do set up with maybe one of the supports, they could look to do a Solar Guardian play onto Watson. At the moment, though, in the river, Stormstormer.
They use the Solar Guardian to jump over and help here. They'll look to chase down the idea they catch with the cogs. Be able to turning at the Sanity's Eclipse off, but it's not enough damage to straight up get a kill. We'll still have Corey falling down it, but overall, Ooredoo, the 2 for 1.
And they're all set up here for this tower push. Even TA2000, so mid tower, it's in a lot of trouble. There's no real way for Entity to defend this. They can have the Dawnbreaker playing on one side of the map. They have the Clockwork Puck playing together. So Entity's got to bring numbers to try to clear them out of this jungle here. Kaori.
He's waiting. Just chilling there on the high ground. Has the cogs. He's got the hook shot across as well to put a stop to the Meteor Hammer. Solar Guardian in from Wuta. They'll turn for Fishman.
Ooh, stolen Solar Guardian. Okay.
What they can do in response here, the Dream Coil and the Static Storm laid down onto Watson, and Tier 2000 turning up as well. They should be able to clean up the kills here, Ooredoo. As Kataomi falls, jump to the side, Watson desperately trying to get away. I think he might just, have they got anything to drag him back here? They haven't. So Watson will manage to
maybe a little bit of like a bad execution perhaps there from Ooredoo, but either way, Watson survives, big deal. And they do bring the numbers. And honestly, the stolen Solar Guardian, all these little things definitely came into play to save Watson. Fishman, he's set up onto Kaori. He's gonna have to just use grip. Oh, the Stone Glimpse!
Oh, that might set up for a second kill.
Nicely done.
Good stuff there from Kataomi, as you say. Previous steal in this one, setting up for some good turnaround plays for Entity.
Save your buddy syndrome right there. Disruptor trying to help the Clockwork get some map. I'm just going to keep looking at this Stolen Glimpse, though, because I think it could be a big difference maker in the next few fights.
Entity want to go.
Tell me.
A little bit of a glimpse onto the Rubik, and yeah, they'll take out Kataomi. So they can go for anything else as Fishman. Caught in the cogs. Noob trying to wrap around from the back lines, but Watson's in on top of him. Orbs at the ready. Ooh. Now let's jump up to the high ground, but Toby gets the roar off onto the puck. So Noob will get caught. Solar Guardian coming in as Woots is ready to join the battle, but Kaori is kind of struggling against the damage of Solar Storm and Toby. So second hero down on Ooredoo, and Ooredoo on the retreat. Kataomi back in the game with this buyback. Entity's in a good spot to set up, though.
Stormer, he's got to be careful here.
Oh, they'll start on him with the silence. They get the Dream Call off as well before the force to the side. Woods is coming in with the ultimate, and yeah, Stormstorm, he has to immediately buy back.
Stolen Static Storm.
Yeah, there's maybe a chance to turn, but the Grieve Heals are there. They'll put the roll down onto Noob.
He's on the high ground.
The side, and indeed, he's stuck on a cliff.
Oh no, Watson!
He pops his BKB, but he's got nowhere to go. Will finally jump down. He's healing up a little bit, but he's pretty much all on his own. Stormstormer tries to help. But that's Watson gone, and Stormstormer did buy back for this. He's got to be careful. Wuda comes in swinging his hammer, smashes down on a Stormstormer. It's a dieback on the OD.
Oh, God.
It's falling apart here for Entity underneath the tier 2. Toby to go down as well. It's a dieback on him. You know, double diebacks. Toby and Stormstormer in this fight. Fell apart so quickly for Entity.
They might still lose more. Fishman.
They get their glimpse back. I mean, you feel it, you know, Entity, I think they're kind of like, well, what do we do now?
Oh,
that
my God.
really couldn't have gone any worse.
Literally the worst thing that could have happened. Watson, he's had his strength. The Greaves and that Aghanims on the Dawnbreaker. It's difficult for him.
He's got to try and find fights a safe distance away from cliffs as well.
Yes, that as well. Good Tommy. Ooh, saved for a second here, but the orb.
It may just be for a second. Yeah, and indeed it was.
Oh,
He still
Fishman
goes down. Fishman stepped up. It's just an immediate death on him.
Shard from the Drow gets that slow applied on him. They have to buy back. Deal with this immense Drow. Yeah, they kind of have to just watch this.
Yeah, well, what do you do? It's 2 minutes still on the Aegis. You can't touch this Drow.
Fishman could just die.
There's the glimpse into the multi-shot. Astral will again buy him some time.
Here's the orb.
It's going to catch him, and TH2000 finishes him off. Another buyback having to come out. Watson's going to get in, jumps onto TH2000. Hook shot's going to end up getting whiffed, but will at least cause a distraction, allow TH2000 to get out of there and keep the Aegis safe.
They might reinitiate here. Ooredoo, they're waiting. They know the Unleash was used. Marcy, that's
able to catch him.
He's got the Kai Assange. That status is just maybe trickling him up a little bit. Watson has hit level 18, but it just, yeah, there's so many different layers.
TH2000 wants to go for him. I mean, if... It's a lot of damage. And they got him.
Oh my God.
They got him. He's out for a minute.
I mean, these two together are just monsters. This Clock and Drow Range are just crippling everyone.
TH2000, he's going to be able to step up and say, get your hands off my Clockwork.
And a good coil.
This is looking like a bit of a cleanup. Underneath the tier 4s. 3
They're
dead.
just diving.
There's no buybacks. Fishman's also not going to be able to make it back to the fountain. As they'll tap out. They don't want to go through this anymore. GG is called. Ooredoo take game 2, and with that the series 2-0. And yeah, looking strong in game 1. Definitely was a more challenging one for them. This game 2, they made it look pretty easy.